You. Hello, everyone. I'm Kirill Moskaev from Bubbletone, and we are a mobile communications company, mobile operator, mobile carrier with 20 years of experience in the industry. We've been struggling with the expensive and redundant, ineffective international roaming that is very expensive for operators and consequently for the mobile subscribers. So this is what we have come up with, is the blockchain-based platform that we have developed and showcased already. It's up and running, that can directly connect the operators and the mobile users anywhere in the world directly. So what problem we're solving? I would not ask you, the affluent business crowd, but all over the world, worldwide, research and multiple research shows that about 70 to 80% of people just turn off their mobile data and turn off their mobile phones while in roaming because it's crazy expensive for them. And about 30% of people just get overcharged, and they experience what is called the bill shock, literally. And so this is all because the roaming is so expensive for the operators in the first place. And I mean, organizationally, the telecom business is in dark ages. So all the costs and expenditure come from the agreements, from inter-operator agreements and inter-operator charges, the guaranteed payments, the guaranteed commitments that you might probably also be experiencing, yeah, in Swisscom. And these costs are then shifted onto the subscribers eventually, and we get just overcharged, and we're just crying, right? And so what the developing countries, by the way, are most hit because they provide little volume, and there are no, so few subscribers there, and that they are overcharged by the major operators. So this is insane. And it costs about $15 million. So if you want to go to international roaming now, direct access to international roaming, and if you try to set it up, you will have to pay like $50 million and spend like an unpredictable amount of time setting this up, because one of the Russian operators spent three years just setting up this international roaming. And we are an MVNO, so the mobile virtual operator. We're relying on the upstream provider to provide network and subsequently the international roaming. And we also have to pay the certain deposits, and we have to make some deposits and commitments just in case our 250,000 subscriber base go over the balance, go into the negative. So it is all the same. Organizationally, it's absolutely insane. So there is technology that we're relying on. This is the reprogrammable card, SIM card. It's just like a usual SIM card, but it has a small program inside. And you can take some, you can download the profiles from foreign operators onto your SIM card. And you can be directly connected to this or that operator in the country you're traveling to. So if you come to Japan, yeah, you can download the Japanese operator's profile and be directly connected there. But organizationally, there's no ecosystem, and there's no platform that would regulate that. So you would certainly, as an operator, go there and again make payments, commitments, and deposits to this operator. And with our solution, with our blockchain-based platform, we just totally eliminate this. So what we're doing is we're directly collecting the participants of the ecosystem, and we are relying on the blockchain, on the smart contracts that just ensure that the obligations of the parties, the payments from subscribers and the service from operators is provided. So this is, in a nutshell, our platform. So we bring the end users and the mobile network operators directly together. So we're essentially providing the platform. They're bringing each other just by themselves, like in a normal decentralized way. And we're also bringing a value-added service providers on the network, because the users are authenticated on the blockchain via their home provider in a very decentralized manner, and we're relying on best-in-class solutions for that. And no personal data is being transferred, but the user is authenticated, so it is possible. And once the user is authenticated on the network, they can buy from mobile providers and virtually from any provider in the world. I mean, any online service is accessible. And I'll show you a little bit later how it works. And in terms of technology, we're relying on a very fast graphene engine, which is based on the BitShares network, which was initially developed for exchange trading, and we can process like 5,000 operations per second and even more. So it's absolutely up and running, and it's possible, and we have showcased it in Barcelona last week at Mobile World Congress. Well, the benefits are quite evident for users and for the operators. So this is the direct connection. This is the local rates that essentially get the users get, so they don't get overpaid, don't get overcharged, and they are essentially like local users in this or that network. It's great, and the operators get zero acquisition cost for acquiring the new subscribers, so they don't have to spend on marketing. They don't have to become global. They don't have to spend any money on infrastructure convergence. Well, and how it works? So the mobile operators just come to the blockchain. There's a special backend for them. They just upload their offers there, and the users come and see these offers in the country they're going to travel to. They select the offer that they need most, and when they come to the country, they get connected directly. So there is an app for that. So it's available in beta already, and I'll fast forward a little bit. There's a big market for this. So there's like over 1,000 providers, small and medium ones, that are just struggling like ourselves to get into the roaming business. And they're not earning anything of this. They're providing this roaming, but relying on the upstream provider. And our system just enables them to enter this market and to service the travelers. Well, and there's about kind of 10,000 service providers that can be on the network selling their systems, selling their services, which can be delivered online over this system. And there's certainly a big traveling market here. So with 1.3 billion people traveling annually, and this figure is growing by 5% every year. Well, there's some testimonials about our partnership with an English language learning service, an online service, which is accessible through our system. And we're certainly doing the ICO. We see big partners, big telecommunications companies, they're very interested. And as they enter the system, we will see the number of transactions growing. And we have a backend with processing these contracts. So someone has to process them, and we have a workaround for that. So we're offering the nodes for node owners who would like to do this. So the ICO is interesting, but I'm sure we can talk about this a little bit later. Yeah, we have showcased this in Barcelona, and I would be happy to answer your questions, certainly. Yes, please.
Yes, thank you so much, Kirill. Thank you. Let's applaud to the project. Do you have any questions about the project? First jury members.
Swisscom, obviously, yes. Yes, please.
So maybe I can have your business card, right? So that's the question.
By all means.
I just want to, like, in Swisscom, we started the new company, Swisscom Blockchain AG, and one of the reasons was because the roaming business will disappear in the next years, right? So
well, it certainly would not disappear in a year, because we know that the business is quite conservative from the operational side, right? But we know that organizationally, the roaming system that is now in place, it is so redundant that a lot of virtually all global operators are looking into blockchain for this or that use, for eliminating inter-operator remittances, right, for optimizing this part. And we certainly, as a telecom professionals with quite a substantial experience in this sphere, we understand how this would go. And you might possibly know about the advent of the eSIM, the embedded SIM card, right, which would be essentially the chip, a reprogrammable chip, that would work with mostly the operators that are on this chip. So the technology is there, but there's no ecosystem for that. And we're like looking into tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, when this technology will be in place, and our solution would be the ecosystem for it to function.
Which technologies are you using?
Well, we are using the technology, I mean, from the blockchain part. From the blockchain part, we're using the graphene engine. So this is the fork from the BitShares network, which is the platform for processing transactions for exchange trading. So it's very fast. That's why we chose it. We're relying on it. And it's very fast, it's very robust. So we've been doing tests, and we've been testing it for up to like 10,000 operations per second. So it's crazy fast, and it's blockchain, it's working. So it's not slow Ethereum, it's not slow blockchain network. It's a private blockchain. I mean, it's a decentralized thing, but it's just working on an industrial level service and providing 100 uptime, availability, and productivity. So it's an industrial thing, and it's real time, as you would certainly expect in the telecommunications field. It's a very retail thing. You certainly wouldn't like a customer to wait for half an hour or days for their service to be activated, obviously. Yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you for the question and for the answer. So any more questions? All right, then I can officially announce the break for 20 minutes.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much. Yes, let's first applaud and thank Kirill.